In this video, I'm going to be doing a comprehensive and brutally honest review on Minecraft for the Nintendo Switch 2 and whether it is worth getting. Now, I've been playing Minecraft on the Switch 2 since the very first day that the Switch 2 came out, so I definitely do have a little bit of experience, playing on Minecraft with the Nintendo Switch 2. And first of all, let's go ahead and talk about the benefits, then we're going to go ahead and talk about the downside. So, let's go ahead and start off with one good thing, and that is that Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch 2 runs significantly better on the original Nintendo Switch. Now, that is pretty obvious because obviously it is the newer console, but the difference is incredibly noticeable. Like legit, the second you guys open up Minecraft, you will notice that it will just run significantly faster. For those guys who are a little bit unaware, Minecraft on the original Nintendo Switch was like a complete nightmare. It was downright unplayable. Like the thing is, I love Minecraft. I have it on every single platform. And I'm not even saying this to be like mean or harsh or even dramatic, but Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch was like considered the worst version. In my eyes, it was like the worst one out there because like even mobile ran better than the Nintendo Switch. And obviously, it's not really the Nintendo Switch fault. Obviously, that's a console that came out multiple years ago, and in those years, Minecraft updated significantly. It basically Minecraft just kept on adding more and more features, and the Nintendo Switch really couldn't keep up because obviously, it's a piece of hardware. You can't really, upgrade the hardware like that unless you get a new system entirely. But one thing I will say is that Minecraft runs significantly better on the Nintendo Switch 2, guys. Like, it is incredibly fun. So yeah, that is definitely one good thing to know, is that Minecraft is honestly optimized, and it honestly does look pretty good when you do have it, on the dock and on the big TV as well. That definitely is a pretty good option in my opinion. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about some of the negatives. So one really huge problem is the subscription services. So if you want to go ahead and play Minecraft servers multiplayer, you will need the Nintendo Online subscription, and that subscription is honestly a little bit pricey, guys, and it's just so unfortunate because the console within itself, especially if you get the bundle, if you get the bundle with like Mario Kart on it, that's already $500, and then they want you to go ahead and pay more money for the Nintendo Online subscription. And I understand that other consoles do this as well, but I just feel like because the Nintendo Switch 2 isn't as powerful as like a PlayStation 5, for example, or an Xbox, yet it's still being sold at the same price. It's just a little bit confusing in my opinion, and it's something that was a tough pill to swallow. But just keep that in mind. If you want to play online with your friends, or if you want to join a server, then you will actually need to purchase the Nintendo Online subscription. Now, here's the thing: the Nintendo Switch, in my humble opinion, works better as a handheld console than a just TV console that you put on the dock. And I say that because, as I mentioned previously, the Nintendo Switch 2 just isn't as powerful as the PlayStation 5 or like even the Xbox, for example, but it is a really good handheld. The screen is much bigger and you're able to see a lot more, and in general the colors are far more vibrant, with the Nintendo Switch 2, the new one. So yeah, I will say that the Nintendo Switch 2 excels significantly as a handheld. So, but even then, it's a little bit troublesome because you have your mobile device. Minecraft on the phone exists as well. So just having Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch 2 when like you can get it on your phone, that is definitely something to consider. So in my opinion, I think this would be good for anybody who's absolutely obsessed with Nintendo and takes the Nintendo Switch everywhere. So if you already love Nintendo, right? Like you love it, you have all the games, you're excited about the game lineup and stuff like that, then I definitely do think having Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch 2 is a great addition to add because you're already using the console a lot, right? So you definitely are able to go ahead and have a ton of fun with Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch 2. And if you already have the Nintendo Online subscription, then it definitely is worth getting. And you know what? I definitely do see the appeal because, in my opinion, I actually like playing Minecraft with, controllers, a joystick and stuff like that, rather than like a keyboard and a mouse, or even my fingers, guys. I prefer the controller. It just feels more cozy, in my opinion. And, it just feels like I can get more invested in the game. But that just could be me yapping. It's up to personal preference. But for me, I absolutely love that they do include the Joy-Cons and stuff like that. So yeah, if you love the Filo controllers and stuff like that, then this is definitely something worth getting. However, if you are not a big Nintendo fan and you don't plan on getting any other games, in my opinion, it's really hard to like justify getting a $500 console. Actually, no, scratch that. $550, because barely anybody talks about the tax and the fees and stuff like that. So chances are you're going to be spending like $550, including tax, American dollars, USD. So just getting all that just to play Minecraft, in my opinion, is not worth it unless you really like other games that Nintendo's coming up with, whether you like Cyberpunk or the Kirby game that's coming up or the Donkey Kong game. I'm really not too familiar either way. But if you guys love those games and you know you're going to invest hundreds and hundreds of hours, then I highly suggest getting Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch too. But in my opinion, I just don't see I just don't see why most people get it, to be honest. Unless you're like a huge Nintendo fan, I really don't see the point in getting Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch too. But regardless, it is still a pretty solid game and you could definitely have some fun. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you later, French fries.